Current events portal talk language watch view source. Worldwide current events sports events recent deaths entry views by week list today's most viewed articles topics in the news. Landslide in Sarangani, a magnitude 7.8 earthquake strikes the southern coast of Mindanao in the Philippines, leaving at least 37 people dead. Landslide pictured. In Albania, the Flamingo Revolution erupts against the proposed tourism development project on the environmentally protected island of Sazan. In Myanmar, an explosion at Atong National Liberation Army base leaves 43 people dead. In 2020 cricket, the Indian Premier League concludes with Royal Challengers Bengaluru defeating Gujarat Titans in the final. Ongoing. Ebola epidemic, Iran war, Lebanon war, Russo-Ukrainian war timeline, Sudanese civil war timeline, recent deaths. Daniel Castell, Kanye King, Alex Younger, Chung King, Faye, Tommy Ria, Gentle, Anthony Head nominated article June 9th, 2026. Tuesday. Edit the story watch June 8th, 2026. Monday. Edit the story watch armed conflicts and attacks. Middle Eastern crisis 2026 Iran war 2025 to 2026 Iran United States negotiations. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says that Israel has agreed to stop the airstrikes on Iran at United States President Donald Trump's request, but an official states that Israeli attacks on southern Lebanon will continue. Netanyahu also warns that Israel will respond if Iran resumes military action. AFP via Dawn Al Jazeera. 2026 Iranian strikes on Israel. The Israeli Air Force launches strikes against military sites in western and central Iran, making it the first time Israel launched strikes against Iran since the April 7 ceasefire. The strikes come as Iranian state media reported explosions were heard in Isfahan, Kermanshah, Tabriz, and Tehran. The Jerusalem Post, Israel National News. The Iranian military says that attacks on Israel will resume if it continues the war against Lebanon. Al Jazeera. 2026 Iranian strikes on the Kurdistan region. The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps launches strikes in the Sulaymaniyah governorate against the Kurdish opposition group headquarters in the Kurdistan region of Iraq. AA. 2026 Houthi strikes on Israel. The Houthis fire 2 missiles at Israel, one of which was intercepted, and another that did not reach it. Al Jazeera. 2026 Strait of Hormuz crisis. Iran ambassador to Russia Qasem Jalali tells the Russian newspaper Izvestia that the Strait of Hormuz will reopen, but with new conditions set by Iran and Oman, including transit fees. Reuters. Sudanese civil war. A US-led coalition consisting of Belgium, France, Germany, Greece, Italy, Norway, and the United Kingdom endorses a civilian-led political dialogue for Sudan to end the war under the facilitation of the African Union, the Arab League, the European Union, IGAD, and the United Nations. Capital FM Kenya Radio Tamazot Kashmir conflict. Protests in Pakistan. 11 people, including 4 police officers, are killed and dozens others are injured during clashes between police and supporters of the banned Joint Awami Action Committee, JAC, in Azad Kashmir, Pakistan. Police arrest more than 70 JAC members. Al Jazeera. Business and economy. Economic impact of the 2026 Iran war. The Iraqi Civil Aviation Authority reopens Iraq's airspace after Iran announced that it was halting attacks against Israel. Additionally, Syria reopens its airspace, including resuming operations at the Damascus International Airport. Middle East Iranian business. Disasters and accidents. 2026 Mindanao earthquake. A megawatt 7.8 earthquake, whose epicenter is located off Masim, Sarangani, Philippines, strikes Mindanao, hitting as far as Leyte, the provinces of North Maluku and North Sulawesi, Indonesia, and Sabah, Malaysia. At least 35 people are killed while more than 200 others are injured and 12 are missing. AT and AFP via Philippine Daily Inquirer. The Guardian. Malay Mail. The Philippine star tsunamis are recorded in Guam, Palau, and parts of Indonesia, Japan, and the Philippines. The Pacific Tsunami Warning Center, PTWC, cancels its tsunami advisory issued for Guam and the Northern Mariana Islands, while agencies in Australia, Malaysia, and New Zealand lift their respective warnings. The PTWC later confirms that the tsunami threat passes hours following its issuance of the warning for parts of the Pacific. BBC News, NHK, The Straits Times, RNZ, tsunami.gov. Philippine President Bongbong Marcos orders a suspension of classes in affected areas across Mindanao, coinciding with the country's first day of the new school year. Nikkei Asia. Health and environment. Climate change in the United States. The U.S. National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration records the country's second warmest spring since records began, while drought conditions affect more than half of the contiguous states despite above average precipitation in some regions. AFP via Terra Daily. Law and crime. Human trafficking in Finland. The Finnish court sentences former Polarica, FI chief executive Jukka Kristo to 2.5 years imprisonment for human trafficking after finding that dozens of Thai berry pickers were subjected to forced labor and exploitative working conditions in Finland. AFP via CNA. Politics and elections. 2026 Armenian parliamentary election. Preliminary results from yesterday's election revealed that the governing civil contract party won 49.8% of votes, translating to a parliamentary majority, but falling short of the two-thirds majority required to call a constitutional referendum for a peace deal with Azerbaijan and the restart of border trade with Turkey. Opposition alliances Strong Armenia and Armenia Alliance entered parliament after winning 23.2% and 9.9% of the vote respectively. A fourth party, Prosperous Armenia, narrowly missed entering parliament after a later tally of electronic votes. Reuters. 2026 Jersey general election declared results indicate that Reform Jersey leader Sam Maisek will not be re-elected to the state's assembly after placing 10th in the senatorial race. BBC News. Illegal immigration to India. The government of West Bengal, India, deports nearly 5,000 Bangladeshi nationals and detains hundreds more as part of a campaign targeting undocumented migrants following the state's recent election. AFP via Daily Tribune Sports. 2026 FIFA World Cup. 2026 FIFA World Cup controversy. Several members from Iran, Iraq, and Somalia, along with international sports delegations including referee Omar Abdul Qadir Arjan, are denied visas and blocked from entering the United States for the FIFA World Cup. AFP via France 24. BBC Sport. The Guardian.